Hey everybody, Penzo here, and welcome to another pencil mark video. In my quest to showcase a lot of the weirder, wackier logic puzzle genres, I've come across this one, which I think is pretty amusing. It's, I think, the newest genre to get like an official entry in the Nicoli puzzle website, which is pretty cool. I think it gained popularity around about a year ago on the website Puzzle Square, where it's had about there's about 60 or so puzzles going around. It just got support on the online puzzle editor PZ Plus a little while ago, and some people have started making some pretty interesting puzzles for it, which I wanted to showcase here. The rule set is actually quite simple. Basically, you have to divide the grid into shaded and unshaded cells. Shaded cells will form rectangles, and unshaded cells will form everything but rectangles. Sounds simple, but it is quite complicated in execution, and that I think makes it a really funny genre. I've got 3 puzzles for you today. One is by bakpao, and 2 I think are from the website Puzzle Square. I've sort of tracked down the authors over here, XOOO and vanillaice. So let's go with the first one here. I'm gonna refresh the timer real quick. And let's start. There's an absurdly low amount of clues in this puzzle, which I think is pretty interesting. One thing here is that I noticed in the rules is that it seems like 1 and 2 cells always have to be shaded because they cannot form a non-rectangle. Like the closest thing you can get to a non-rectangle is this shape here with 3. So, and when 2 adjacent numbers, they can't both be shaded or both be unshaded if they're adjacent, because if that happens, then they have to be the same size, you know? So this actually makes a checkerboard pattern here. We get our 2 here. This cell, I think, has to go out because if it's shaded here, then this is just an unshaded square. So we have our 4 here. Now that these are shaded, this 3 cannot go to the right, so it goes down. 5 goes here, these are shaded, and this one has to be unshaded now, because if it was, then we'd have a banana. For this thing at the top right-ish, I don't think the 5 can be shaded because that means that could only be a 1 by 5 and there's not enough room for that. So this 5 is unshaded and that gives us this dominoing. This 4, it can't make a 1 by 4 going right, so it goes down at least 1. And the 3, it goes to the left. This has to be unshaded. I think this here is shaded, because if it is unshaded, then we have to shade all of this, and then we can't make this into a rectangle. This one has to go out at least here to become a banana. So it goes down a little bit more to make this a rectangle on the left side. I don't think this 5 can be shaded now because that means it would have to be a 1 by 5 region. So this is unshaded, giving us this checkerboard pattern. Now, if this is unshaded, these cells have to be shaded, and the 4, it can't make a 4 rectangle. So this is shaded, meaning this has to be shaded to keep up the checkerboarding for shaded cells. 4 goes to the right, 6 goes around like so and gets a size 6 banana. I don't think we can have a 4 rectangle here now, so the checkerboarding here works like this. We have our 2 rectangle. The 5 goes here. We cannot unshade this because it would be a size 6 and it would have 2 different numbers in it. So that's shaded. Green singles go out 1 at least. Now what's next here? I think if this 4 goes down and makes a 1x4 like so, then all of these have to be unshaded, but that means this 5 takes 6 unshaded cells. So these are shaded here. We've got this. This 6 cannot connect to these 2, so this is shaded. Now we got to remember that this cannot be a choco. It has to be a banana, so one of these cells here definitely goes down, which does lock this 5 a bit more into place. This 4 can't take both cells going up because that means both of these will be unshaded, so it definitely goes 1 to the left. We do either have this or that now. Both of those are still fine. I don't think we can take a shaded cell here, because first of all, it would make this cell unshaded, and second of all, the only other unshaded cell the 6 can take is here, and that makes a rectangle, so this is unshaded. And that gives us a weird deduction for the 6, because if this cell was shaded, we'd have to unshade 2 more cells. So 1 is here. We can't shade this one because it connects to the left. We can't shade this one because it connects to the one we just got here. So this is our final unshaded cell here for the 6. That gives us our 6 region here. That was fairly peculiar. Now the 4 can't go up. It has to make this kind of thing. This 4 cannot be shaded because it's only got 4 possible free cells and they don't form a rectangle. So this is unshaded and we enclose this to give ourselves our 4 banana. This 5 does not connect here. We cannot... we cannot shade this because it either gives us this option or it gives us this option, and both of those break the 5. So this is unshaded. This is shaded, right? Oh no, we have this. Yeah, that's right. That gives us our 5 here. Very cool. So that is our first puzzle here. Thank you, bakpao. Our second puzzle here, I'm just going to refresh real quick to reset the timer. This one I think is by XO000 on Puzz Square. It has been ported over to PZ Plus. Or no, wait, this is PZPRXS. But anyways, we've got 1s and 2s. Those have to be shaded to start things off. The 1 is surrounded. The 2 is surrounded by unshaded cells. This 3 has to be unshaded now. This one has to go out 1, right? My feeling is it can't connect to this 4, because if it does, that's the entire banana region and these are all shaded, but that means this 4 can't make a 4 rectangle. So this has got to be shaded. It's got to connect to the 4. If this is unshaded, then the 3 sees more than 3, so this is shaded. That gives us our 4. What's next over here? Right, the 3 has to be a banana, so we got a shape like this. To complete the 6, we need to go to the right. This 3 has to be shaded now, because if it's not, it sees more than 3. It can't go down because that runs into a 2, so it goes to the right. 2, oh yeah, the 2 has to be shaded no matter what anyways. I'm thinking this 4 is shaded. I mean, it's unshaded. Because if it's shaded, then we give ourselves more than 4 over on the right side. This goes down at least 1, but by going down 1, we complete the 4. We complete the 2 here. 4 goes to the right. This 9, it's almost done. It sees 8. It can't go down and connect to this bit. 3 has to be shaded now, or else it sees too many unshaded cells. 4 is complete. If it goes down, it would connect to 5 unshaded cells. So this is shaded. That gives us the 2. That gives us the 4. We have the 4 now here, and the 2 and the 3s. Those are all satisfied. Very nice. This one goes out. We have 8 unshaded cells for this 9, meaning this 4 is shaded. This is the only way the 4 can make a rectangle or a square. So our 9 is done, our 5 is done, and the only thing we need to do is connect our 6s. That's complete. Very nice. Our third puzzle here is on Penpa edit. It's not been ported over, but let's just use the Penpa editor for this. So let's start. I think this was also on Puzzle Square, but it has a 3-star rating rather than a 2-star. There's a bunch of 1s and 2s, so we can start by marking those. These 1s are now all surrounded by unshaded squares. This 5 is unshaded as well. This 3 has to be a different color from the 2, so that is a complete banana over there. This 2 is surrounded by unshaded squares. Now the 5 is unshaded. The 2, I think it has to go this way, because if it goes down, we've got too many unshaded cells here. Same thing if we go to the left, I mean to the right. So it's got to go here. 5 can't go up because that would connect to something extra. Same thing here, it can't take this cell, so it's got to take that cell. That gives us our 4. Because we can't make non-rectangles out of the shaded cells, we go down here with the 2. This has to be unshaded as well. That gives us too many for the 4. That's shaded. That's got to go down. This 3 is unshaded now. And we banana that region. This is still a rectangle, so we need to go out to make this region a banana, and that takes the 5. So these need to go out a little bit more at least. These 1-cell regions. That's a lot of progress done in the lower right corner. But that's also where the most numbers were concentrated, so that's the logical starting point. Where do we go from here? No matter if the 2 goes up or to the right, this cell is unshaded. This 3 cannot be unshaded because if it is, it's part of a 3 region already, and that is straight. So it's got to be shaded and go up to make a choco. 6 cannot connect to that because that would be too many. Same here. We have our 6 region there. This 1 cell region needs to go up, and in doing so, it takes the 4. This needs to go up, and in doing so, it can't connect to the 3 anymore. So this 3, it's got to make like a banana like so, or like so, or like so, connecting to this cell. 4 can't connect to the right. Oh yeah, of course, this is a 1 by 2. It's got to have shaded stuff over it. So this goes up. And now if it goes to it either goes to the left or the right, but if it goes to the right, it also needs to cover these cells because that makes this a 1 by 3. So this does in fact go to the left. Now we have 1 unshaded cell here. This has to go up. It can't connect to the 3 again. We had this deduction down here. That's very cool when deductions get reused like this. So this goes to the left to at least ensure a banana forming. This 3 is shaded now, and it has to go up because it can't go to the right to take the 6. Now the 6 has to be shaded because if it's unshaded, it takes 7. It can't go down or else it forms a banana, so we have this 2 by 3. The 4 needs 1 more cell. This has got to be shaded here so it doesn't connect to this region. This is now a 2 by 3. It can't connect to this, and now this cell wants to escape, and now that blocks this as well. So we have our 4 cell banana. This 3, it's got to be unshaded now, or else it would connect to rectangles in a bad way. This is shaded here, so the 3 doesn't see too much. Goes 1 to the right. It can't go another to the right, or it forms a choco. Can't go up, or it sees too much, so this goes down. This 2 cell region needs to connect to more. This 3, it can't be shaded now, because if it is, then we need to make this a square. So that's unshaded. That restricts this to being a 1 by 2. This 3 has to be shaded and needs to take stuff at the top. This 3, it needs to bend. So we go over here. Now we can't connect a 1 by 2 and a 1 by 3, so that's got a blank space in between. This one, it needs to escape a little bit more to not become a rectangle, so it connects to this huge banana. That's a weird looking banana. I'm not sure if calling them chocos and bananas is going to hold up anymore, seeing a region like this. But yeah, now this 4 can't be unshaded or else it sees too much, so it's shaded, and because it's 3 away from each border, the only thing we can do here is a 2 by 2. This 4, it can't be shaded because, it can't be unshaded or else it connects too much. So we have, we just finished the puzzle here. We go down to take the only 4 cell combo we have. And the rest just connects to each other because this here is a 1 by 2 and it needs to be a non-rectangle. So yeah, that is 3 Choco Banana puzzles. One of my favorite new-ish, or at least for me, favorite newish genres. I really hope to see more puzzles of this kind. I think it's got like the best parts of a logic puzzle rule set, where it's got a really simple rules with a lot of hidden depth and a lot of cool interactions between different numbers. And it's just a nice pattern to look at, you know? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.